First thing I saw was in the text, was in the first two words. Look what it says. The psalmist says, I will. Yeah. In other words, he's saying that I'm going to move with action. Touch somebody and say action. Yeah. If you're going to accomplish anything in life, action must be involved. In other words, you can't sit on your do nothing and do nothing and expect something to change. Won't happen. Can we talk about it? Yeah. So an action usually does not take place unless a person has a will to do a thing. If there's no will, then the person is probably not willing. See, I've come to the resolve that some people are just comfortable where they are. Can we talk about it? I mean, you can't change everybody. If an individual does not have a will to become better, does not have a will to change, a will to go to the next level, then the truth be told, they are not willing, and because they're not willing, they will not go. See what the psalmist says, he seemed determined that despite his current situation, that I'm not comfortable where I am. So this is a temporary address. Come on, talk to me. In other words, the place that I am right now has no position of permanency. It is temporary. And let me say it like this. In other words, right now, I'm standing in my right now. But I'm looking at my not yet. And while I'm in my right now, looking at my not yet, the only thing between me is a will. Oh, God. And if I will, then I can. Can I talk about it? God. See, you never will. You know what? You never will experience a can until you experience a will. Can we talk about it for a minute? Yeah, Mark 9:23, Jesus told the man with the demonic saying, son, he came to Jesus and he asked the question. And Jesus said, if you can believe, come on, talk to me, then all things are possible. If you can believe, all things are possible, because a will not result unless you have a can. Let me. When I was younger, Joe, I grew up in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Now, my area, Mother Turk, where I lived was a whole bunch of hills. I mean, hills on this side here. I mean, either way, I had to, and back then, we could ride our bikes to school. It wasn't like it was right now, but back then we could ride our bikes to school. And Brother Houston, I remember one time, I was trying to go to school, and like I said, it was a hill on this side and a hill on this side. Now, the shortest distance had the biggest hill. Can we talk about it? So what I would do now, I would go. Now, I didn't have the leg strength on my bicycle to go straight up the hill. But I couldn't let that stop me because I had a will, because I knew if I didn't go to school, Mom and Daddy was going to deal with me when I got back home. So I had a will now. Because I had a will now, I had to hook my wheel up with the can. So what I would do when I got to that hill was, because I couldn't go straight up the hill, what my sister and I would do is we would kind of weave side to side. Now that was action. Somebody say action, action, action. Now I could have sat at the bottom of the hill trying to figure out how am I going to get past this obstacle that is before me, but I wasn't going to stay where I was because I knew I had a destination I had to get through. Now Deacon Jordan, when I went side to side, I didn't gain a whole lot of ground, but I did gain some ground. Have I got a witness in here? And if I gained a little ground at a time, if I gained a little more time, and then what would happen is when I came back across the street, my sister would look up the hill to make sure wasn't no cars coming down, and then we'd go a little bit further. Then the next thing you know, after we weaved side to side enough times, didn't expend a whole lot of energy, but at the end of it all, I made it to my ultimate destination. And that's all I wanted to stop by and tell somebody, is if you'll just use a little action, if you put a little can with the wheel, I promise you, at the end of it, when it's all said and done, you will make it to the top of the